over, and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. We'll get to the promised land. We'll get to the promised land.
Romans killing riotous groups that are rising up.
As I turned around quickly, and the next thing I saw was Malcolm falling back in a dead faint.
Killing any potential threat, any potential messiah.
Dr. King left his room, 306, at the Lorraine Hotel just before dinner to get some air. He walked over to the railing at this spot, and noticing some friends below, he leaned over and began to speak with them. Police say 205 feet away, in a window in a flop house, the assassin waited.
Killing any potential threat, any potential messiah.
And Rob, some call that deadly raid the massacre on Monroe Street. Black Panther leaders Fred Hampton and Mark Clark were killed. Fred Hampton and Mark Clark were killed. Fred Hampton and Mark Clark were killed.
Right? Now look at these. I'm telling you, I gotta show y'all. A picture speaks 1,000 words. Just look for yourself. And this is the creme de la creme. All praises be to the Most High, y'all. Everything we've been through, y'all, the Most High is going to retribute it on all the nations that have had a hand in the oppression of his apple, the apple of his eye, his chosen people, his beloved, his fervent lover, his only begotten. They're going to have their part in the lake of fire. You see them tormented by some kind of creature. I don't even know what that even is, y'all. Judgment in chains. He that led into captivity shall go into captivity. All praise to the Most High, y'all. It said, thou that dwells in the clefts of the rock. Whoa, I know a lot of y'all know about the Caucasus Mountains. Let's just let the word speak. Let's go to verse 4. Though you exalt yourself as the eagle, and though you set thy nest among the stars. And ethnicity is a code. What's up, Zion Dynasty? This is your favorite dreaded Israelite, the man, the myth, and the legend, Mr. J. Zion, y'all, show me some love, show me some love. Y'all already know what time it is. Welcome back to the channel, family. Welcome back to Zion Dynasty, where your boy's back in the fringed up flesh. About to hit y'all with another banger. All glory, honor, dominion, power, majesty, world without end, to the mighty one of Jacob, the holy one of Israel, the restorer of the 12 tribes, the redeemer of Jacob, the resurrector of the dry bones of Ezekiel. Let's go! Yehuruba Ephraim of the tribe of Joseph. Y'all, your boy Pump, I'm hyped. All praises, honor, and glory to the Most High, our Father, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, and welcome back to the channel, family. First, I gotta say peace, love, blessings, and Israelite power, world without end, to all our Israelite kings and queens, all my Israelite brothers and sisters, those of which we could not do this without y'all. Y'all keep this work possible. I could not thank y'all enough. Y'all are the best family on earth. Y'all keep me motivated, and I know the last couple of days been rough, y'all. I already know. I know we're dealing with, you know, the Immaculate Conception, the virgin birth, that a lot of y'all are just like, JB, what is going on? And I hate to do lessons like that. I know there's a lot of contention around certain issues, but I do want to clarify that there's a lot, really. First, I want to let everybody know, I want you guys to be encouraged that if you subscribe to that, this channel is all about the unity of Zion, y'all. This is all about our people coming together, knowing who we are. There are a lot of different doctrinal kinks and that kind of thing. I see both perspectives, really. I can make an argument for and against the virgin birth. I was raised believing the virgin birth, so it's a little bit easier, but there also is strong historical and scripture evidence for Joseph being the father. Joseph being the father of Yahweh Shai. There's more precepts, there's more history when you examine, but there's a lot of work that goes into that, and I did not mean to hem y'all up like that. So I just want to thank y'all for supporting and staying, rocking with your boy. As we go through a lot of these different, like today's video, this is also going to be a deep one, y'all, going into the Fallen Angel series. But before I get into that, I also got to say peace, love, blessings, and Israelite power, y'all, to all the Gentiles, all the sojourners of Zion, all of those Gentiles not lost in the goon squad sauce madness.
That's what the Israelite talking about. Well, Israel done away with, whosoever will, let them come.
Hey, yo, y'all Israel now. Oh, y'all black folks, oh, y'all Jews, we was kings. Oh, y'all think y'all is Jews now, you Jewish?
And legalism and, these Israelites trying to turn us back to the law of Moses. And neither Jew nor Greek, well, without it, that don't matter. Just talking about whosoever will call upon the name of Christ will be saved. For God so loved the world. Well, JB, we ain't saying he didn't came, we just saying he was rainbow. He came for all colors. Don't nobody really know what he looked like.
They saying, well, you can't use Deuteronomy 28.
Even though it says we're gonna go into a country as swift as the eagle flies.
Oh no, you can't use that.
Even though it says we're gonna have a yoke of iron around our neck, you can't use that. That's been fulfilled. Even though it says you're gonna go into slavery again on slave cargo ships, oh, that's already been fulfilled. And I'm like, Negro, yes! Oh, I gotta thank each and every one of y'all. There are more Gentiles than what y'all think. They message me behind the scenes, they donate, they cash out. They support this work, they support Zion, they know that the kingdom is for our people. They know that the Gentiles that fight against Zion, they going into chains. Are they gonna be wiped off when the day of the Lord comes? Because the Most High ain't playing no games, because he's a relentless father. Let's go. He's a faithful husband. He ain't forgot about his firstborn. He has not forgot about his only begotten. He has not forgot about the apple of his eye. He has not forgot about his chosen nation. He has not forgot about the alligator bait. He has not forgot about the Willie Lynch. He has not forgot about Trayvon Martin. He has not forgot about Mike Brown. I'm trying to the Most High, he says, if the nations forget, if my people forget, if my people say it don't matter, if the church teaches a doctrine of replacement theology that whosoever will, let them come. If all the nations forget my faithfulness, forget me parting waters, forget me raining down fire, forget me quenching the fiery wrath that sought to consume the 3 Hebrew boys, forget me shutting the mouths of lions. If everybody forget tomorrow, the Most High said, does that nullify the faith of the Most High? Let's go, God forbid. He ain't never gonna forget about us, Zion. He is faithful, he is relentless. Every whitewashing, every changing of the history, the angels been writing that thing down. They got shooters on the roof. The Most High is keeping tabs on everything that they conspired against his people. The secret plots, the secret plans, what they've done in the dark. That glorious light gonna shine. Your boy is hype, y'all. We finna deal with it. So in this video, y'all, we about to hit it. Before we go further, y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. If you have not subscribed, what are you doing? What are you doing? Smash that subscribe button. Also, I'm gonna put that Cash App up. I'm gonna put that PayPal up for you guys. Also, I know y'all been seeing me rocking the guard, fringed up nicely. I've got this from Humbled by Yah. Their market, I think it's called, on Etsy. If y'all want to support that Israelite family and the work that they're doing, I need to put that link up. But as we're working on getting that link, y'all just go to Etsy and type in Humbled by Yah. That's where y'all see these garbs coming from. I love it, y'all. Y'all know your boy been rocking this since the first with the all black with the gold. They got a black and gold one. Y'all see me with that one. Y'all seen the blue and silver. I got this crimson and gold. I got a sky blue, I think royal blue and gold coming, a white and gold. Y'all, them things dope, y'all. You know, it just makes it fun to know that we have a heritage. We got a culture. It's not about do's and don'ts. It ain't a checklist of
if you don't do this, if you don't do
that. It's something we're supposed to enjoy, family. This is a cultural change. Shifting from Christmas trees to Hanukkah lights. Shifting from Easter baskets to the Passover of the Most High. All of this is about our people reclaiming our heritage, right? They told us all our lives that we're the so-called black, 2 continents slapped, when we are in fact the biblical descendants of the children of Israel. Y'all already know the channel. We got Harvard, we got Cambridge, we got Oxford, we got DNA, we got 23andMe, we got My True Ancestry, we got Old Bones, we got all of the facts and the receipts and the Bible prophecies of the yoke of iron around our neck, us being carried into a country as swift as the eagle flies. Y'all already know that we will be sold to a country as bondmen and bondwomen. We will go into slavery again on slave cargo ships. We got the prophecies, we got the supplemental research, all this research. Y'all check out them DNA videos. So y'all, we're proud about that thing. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise, right? So family, I just want to inspire, I just want to love on y'all. I did not mean the last couple of videos to be so contentious. That's not my heart, family. I would reply to each and every one of y'all's comments if I could. Just to let y'all know, I see your perspective. I don't want that to cause any kind of rift in Zion. A lot of y'all have told me that, JP, you're different. Your channel is vibrant. It's unifying the 12 tribes. And I did not intend for that to be so contentious like that. I do tend to get passionate. That's just how I am. Y'all, as Shawnee D, I'll be ranting to her. She'll be like, JP, go sit down somewhere. Just you keep ranting. That's just how I am, y'all. So if the last couple of teachers seemed like I was being domineering, that is not my heart. It's just me trying to enforce a sense of familial love in our people, because there is a tendency with the virgin birth to make Yahusha an idol, and that's not the Most High's plan, family. The Most High did not intend for us to make him like a golden calf where we worship his life like a superhero and don't see him in our view as just like us, right? That he was an Israelite man that was obedient to what the Most High told Israel to do. He was an example, family. The way he walked on water, Peter did it. He said, take up your cross, follow after me. And a lot of our people use the virgin birth to disenfranchise themselves from living the life of Torah, from following the example of Hamashiach. And when you do that, that's an idol mindset. There are some Christian family members that I have, and those that know we're Israel, that still subscribe to the virgin birth, but also believe that we are still required to follow Yahusha's example. That was why he came, to be the way, the truth, and the life, that no man goes to the Father except through him and by his example. We leave that part off. We think if we just confess, faith without works is dead. It's meant for Israel to turn back to the law, statutes, commandments, and the faith of Yahusha. That's the duty of man in Ecclesiastes 12, Revelation 12:17, Revelation 4:12. We've been through a lot of those precepts, family. So I love y'all. Welcome back to the channel. It's a lot we're going to do on this video. I'm going to start our Fallen Angel, our Synagogue of Satan series, y'all. This is going to be a different. Now, I went through the natural lineage of Esau. Y'all, we do that review on every video. We're going to do it again, where we go through Esau being the end of the world, America, NATO, the 10 market companies, the 10 toes of the statue of Daniel. That statue that he saw was the end time Gentile rulership. All the Gentile nations that would rule before Yahushua returns and establishes his kingdom, regathers Israel, returns us back to the land, right? So we talked about Esau as the end. That Babylonian statue is the same as the four beasts. The fourth beast being the eagle that came out of the sea, that represents this new Roman Empire, this resurrected renaissance of Rome, the European white power construct, this critical race theory-based society, right? So we went through the natural lineage of Satan, that he has a chosen family, y'all. It is the house of Edom, the house of Esau. We talked about the Rothschilds being the royal red shield family of Satan, y'all. We went through the natural lineage, but it gets deeper, y'all. We're about to look at the spiritual component of Esau, connecting Esau and Edom to the Horites, to the Rephaims, to a lot of the fallen angel, the Nephilim, a lot of these Canaanites, the Jebusites. When you get into Goliath, when you get into Goliath's brothers that had 6 fingers and 6 toes. This is about to get deep fast, y'all. And this is going to be a series. We're going to go into the fallen angels. We're going to connect the fallen angels having sex with the earth women. We're going to connect Esau's lineage that had an affinity for those cave-dwelling ancient people and created Esau an actual, y'all understand? Esau became an actual tabernacle of Satan. That fallen angel, those spirits, they have a lineage. Just like the Most High has a lineage, we see that Satan has a lineage. And that's why Esau and Jacob would war these two ideologies. One that will give birth to Solomon, the builder of the temple, the restorer of the way of the Most High Yah, a life of Torah. I am because we are a community. If Big Mama got Kool-Aid and Aunt Sally got sugar, the whole village drinking a glass together. That Torah mindset of honoring the Most High, honoring his creation, which is in opposition to that Edomite, critical race theory based Vespasian that would destroy the temple, that would come against people, that would have an haves and have not mindset. That those two ideologies would war, and Esau would be the last empire before Jacob, world without end. Let's go! Before Israel take this world over, world without end, in the faith of Yahusha. Y'all gotta hear these things, right? So we're gonna deal with the fallen angels, y'all. That thing will get deep. Also, before I hit it, y'all stay tuned, because in the end of the video, oh my goodness, drum roll please. First, we're gonna announce the winners of this first round of giveaways. Those 3 winners at the end of the video, so y'all gotta watch the lesson to get to the end. I'm gonna announce y'all. I'm gonna reach out to y'all. Y'all comment. If I call you out, if you're one of the winners, comment down below. I'm gonna message back with you, and then I'm gonna get your email information. Y'all send me your shipping and all that good stuff, and I'm gonna get those ciphers and send them out to you, expedite them, get them as fast as you can get them, y'all. We're gonna be doing, also, we're gonna do a poll post a little bit later. Shiny D's already working on a lot of that stuff. We're gonna see what y'all want given away next. I'm looking into that Vornay, y'all. I'm looking, I think I might be able to find one. If I find one, but I don't want y'all to get your hopes up. Y'all list other literature, anything else that you might have. I'm also gonna break down the Cultural Roots Study Bible. Shout out to Divine Prospect, because he showed that Bible, and I was like, man, I'm gonna show that Cultural Roots Study Bible as well, the CEB Bible, or Sefer. If y'all want another Sefer giveaway, just list it, whatever you guys want. The Harvard literature that I quote, anything like that. What else? Basically, any piece of literature that y'all have seen or that you know your boy got, and if y'all are interested in that, I can do a giveaway for that as well. So we're gonna go into that at the end of the video. So first, family, we're gonna top things off with the Fallen Angels series, the history of the Nephilim, the history of the Synagogue of Satan, part 1. Y'all, this is about to be action-packed. We're about to go through it. Now, the first couple of precepts, I'm about to do 4 or 5 of them to show you from Genesis. And I might go to, during the time of David, the influence of the Nephilim in this part 1. And then after that, we're gonna keep going through it, and we're gonna connect that to Rothschilds and a lot of that family today. I'm not gonna go into too much detail on that part. Y'all check those other videos out. But we're gonna connect Esau's lineage with those Horite, Nephilim, I think it's Remphaim, all of those cave-dwelling Canaanite, ancient Neanderthalian, fallen angel species that Esau is said to mixed with, y'all. Esau mixed with some strange women, and this is what his parents had a problem with. Now, the scriptures tells us that, but it doesn't go into detail. They knew it was some strange creature kind of women that Esau was dealing with, and we're gonna go into it. So first, family, we're gonna go to Genesis chapter 1. Y'all, this stuff is gonna get deep. Y'all get a pen and paper. And before I go into it, if y'all wanna support this work, I'm gonna put that Cash App, that P.O. box up. We could not do this without y'all. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and we're gonna go into the fallen angels. Let's go. So in Genesis chapter 1, y'all, I'm gonna show you a mystery that you might not have been aware of. Now, it's a real subtle reference in Genesis, but it's very profound. So in Genesis chapter 1, beginning at verse 1, it reads, "In the beginning, the Most High Yah Elohim created the heaven and the earth." And verse 2, "And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of the Most High, the Spirit of Elohim, moved upon the face of the waters. And Elohim said, let there be light, and there was light." All praises to the Most High. Now I'm gonna show y'all something real subtle. In verse 1, we see, "In the beginning, the Most High Elohim created the heaven and the earth." Verse 2 says, "And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep." Y'all pause. This is a dramatic shift in time periods. I repeat, Genesis 1:1 and Genesis 1:2. I know it's y'all get some pen and paper. Genesis 1:1 and Genesis 1:2. There is a massive gap in time between these two verses. Verse 1 is talking about the absolute beginning of time. In the beginning, Elohim created everything perfect. And in verse 2, we see now, speaking of that present moment, that present state, the earth was without form, void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. We see, family, that an event happened in between Genesis 1:1 and Genesis 1:2. I know this is a lot, and y'all, I give praises and honor and glory to the Most High. Y'all, I got to tell y'all, everything that we bring to you all is the Most High, is research, is a lot of these things. I'm still learning, y'all. There's a lot of things I listen to y'all's comments, and I learn every day, right? But this stuff goes deep. When you know that we are Israel, that we descend from the West African sub-Saharan tribes, those Negro tribes that migrated from Northeast Africa, which is the so-called Middle East now, that they migrated deeper into the continent, and these are the African, the Israelite tribes that we were taken from, the Igbo of Nigeria, the Yoruba of Nigeria, the Limba. When you know that we're the people, it gets deep, y'all. And not just our lineage, but the lineage of the nations, specifically Europeans today, that descend from these Neanderthal, cave-dwelling, Horite, Edomite, ancient people, that a lot of them are linked to Satan. I'm telling y'all, a lot of them, not just spiritually, but there is said to be a physical component. Now, I'm going to list both theories, you guys, and let you guys judge based on the research and the scholarship. So we see in Genesis chapter 1, family, that there was an event that happened in between Genesis 1:1 and Genesis 1:2. That originally the Most High created everything. And in verse 2, we see that at that moment, everything was void and without form and darkness. Now, I'm going to present both lines of thought. The first line of thought is that, okay, this is just accelerating us to that present moment. There was nothing out of the ordinary that took place. But also, there is an idea that there was a world between that era that has to do with the angelic beings, that has to do with what they were doing in heaven, that has to do with 1/3 of those angels being kicked out of heaven and coming to earth. And the fall, the dreaded fall that we hear about, the fallen angels, a lot of those that interacted with humanity and brought a lot of different understandings to the people. We see a lot of this history in the book of Enoch. Now, I'm going to go into more detail in the book of Enoch later in this series, but the book of Enoch introduces us to these fallen angels that taught the earth people various ideas, arts and crafts, a lot of that stuff. The book of Enoch says that these fallen angels introduced medicine, introduced war, introduced music to the people of the earth. Certain architectural designs and a lot of that accelerated mankind. The book of Enoch shows us that these fallen angels communicated this with the children of men. But not just that, family. We see that these fallen angels, I'm going to show y'all in Genesis chapter 6, had relationship with these earth women that they saw were fair. Now, y'all, some people, there's a more literal sense that they say, well, these weren't fallen angels seeing the earth women, but these were just sons of men that marry earth women. I'm going to show you guys through the scriptures that the Bible attests to a weird offspring of fallen angels mixed with the earth women. We see this with Goliath during the time of David. Goliath had 3 or 4 other brothers, some of which said to be the descendants of the giants. We're going to see that one of them had 6 fingers and 6 toes, right? This stuff gets real deep, y'all. Y'all stay with 6 fingers. Yes, 6 fingers and 6 toes. And Israel warred against them. Like you see David, a military genius. He said, swing, 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 swing. He was fighting all the enemies, all of these mutations, the remnant of the angels that the Most High sought to eradicate during the flood. This goes into why the Most High sent the flood. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it, y'all. This is just part 1, just to get y'all thinking. Now let's go to Genesis chapter 6, where we see this fallen angel theory get established, the groundwork. We're going to look at the Hebrew word there, and we're going to go into it. So in Genesis chapter 6, beginning at verse 1, it reads, "And it came to pass that when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of Elohim saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives, all of which they chose. And the Most High God said, my spirit will not always strive with man, for that he is also flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years old." So we see, family, that the Most High sets a cap on the age of man's life, that he would, because the children of men had wicked imaginations, y'all. Our people were starting to do all kinds of madness. And on top of that, you had these sons of God interacting with these earth women. It was chaos. That's why the Most High says, my spirit is not going to deal with this. I'm going to wipe all of this chaos off and start anew with a chosen lineage, which we see as Noah and his 3 sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. And y'all already know, Ham is the father of the dark races, not the Negroes. Shem is the father of the dark Israelite people, right? The Shemitic people, the Oriental people. That's Shem's lineage. And Japheth is the father of the Gentile borders that we see Shem ends up going into Africa, Ham's water, and Shem ends up going into Japheth, which was or Europe, which is Japheth's border. So all of that comes from Noah when the Most High sent the flood to eradicate all these fallen angels, all these ogres and giants and cyclops, to wipe all of them off and to start a new world through a chosen lineage, Noah's seed, specifically Shem. So let's keep reading. So we see in verse 4 that it says, there were giants in the earth in those days, and also after them, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. These Herculean type fables and all of that started from this event taking place of these fallen angels interacting with earth women, creating these giants, an offshoot of humanity. All of this starts in Genesis 6. Now, it's a lot that goes into this. A lot of people say, well, no, this was just humanity populating. A lot of people argue this away, but the scriptures do show us. When you look at Goliath's height, some scholars say that he was anywhere from 9 feet to 12 feet tall. These jokers were of renown. When you look in the book of Numbers, when our people were going into the promised land, Numbers 13:33 says that they saw themselves, the children of Israel, as grasshoppers. We saw ourselves as grasshoppers in the eyes of these Nephilim, these giants. This is in Numbers 13:33. And our people were so afraid, that first generation, to go into the promised land, that the Most High said, okay, that's enough. Y'all are afraid. You don't trust me. You fear these nations. You fear these fallen angel, Esau, Edomite, these strange people. You fear the nations more than you trust me to get you to the land that the creator that created everything. Y'all gotta hear what I'm saying. The Most High has all power. He's created the earth, the moon, the stars, the angels, everything, and he is for his people. No matter what it looks like, no matter what our people, the fear that we have of the red button and NATO and America, when we can't deal with America, these nations, they'll tear us up. That same spirit of fear our ancestors had in Numbers, because we saw these giants, we saw these strange beings. We was like, we can't go in there. And we have people like Joshua that said, let's go. We can take them. Our God is with us. For Zion, the Most High, right? So we see this conflict of our people being afraid of these giants. Now, Saul didn't even want to deal with Amalek, right? We see David had to come to war against the remnant of the giants. David had been doing it, y'all, since he was a young boy. Since David was about 15, 16, that's the age he was when he slew Goliath. So all the young people that watch, all of y'all, you are never too young to please the Most High. Y'all take my word from it's a testimony on my behalf of that the Most High can use you. I mean, I've been in ministry since I was 15, 16 years old. So I have a testimony that the Most High can use any age group. Joshua was a young man when Moses chose him to lead Israel into the promised land. We see Caleb was an older man. So he represents, no matter how old you are, all of the elders of Zion, I give you double honors. I bow before the elders that you are never too old to come into this understanding. If y'all have grandparents, if you have fathers, if you have mothers that don't know this information, that is never too late with the Most High Yah. Never say never. I know society says, well, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. This is the world system. The Most High is able to do exceeding abundantly less above all we can ask or think, according to the power that works within the hearts of his people. So family, no matter how old you are, Caleb shows us that. No matter how young you are, Joshua shows us that. And David showed us he was warned against giants. I mean, Goliath was like 9 feet tall, and David took a slingshot and took that giant down, right? These giants come from the seed of the fallen angels, and a lot of those fallen angels mixed with the ancient Canaanite, Edomite people and created this ancient evil in the earth. Let's keep reading. So we see in Genesis 6 that there were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of the Most High came in unto the daughters of men, they bare children unto them. The same became the mighty men which were of old, the men of renown. So family, now we're about to go deeper into this thing. I showed you guys in the beginning that there was an event that happened in the heavens with these fallen angels. A lot of those possessed, like when you look at the serpent in the Garden of Eden, these were angelic beings. This was a fallen angel that appeared as an angel of light unto Eve in the garden. They were already on earth, y'all. An event had already taken place. Now we see in Genesis 6 that they were known to interact with the earth women. We see this with Eve in the beginning, and we also see this in Genesis chapter 6, which is why the Most High brought the flood to destroy them. The dark thing, family, we read in the book of Enoch that there were some giants that were trying to tippy-toe when the flood was. Y'all read the book of Enoch. This stuff is deep. I'm gonna go deeper into the book of Enoch as we continue the series. This is just to kind of give y'all a tease, right? So there were giants that tried to beat the flood out. We see this is substantiated from the book of Enoch when we look at the book of 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, that the remnant of the giants. We even see this in Deuteronomy chapter 3, Joshua chapter 15. I'm gonna go through all this, family. I'm just kind of throwing them out. But we see that the remnant of these giants that the flood was meant to wipe out actually persisted, that they sought to rebuild, and they sought to use a lineage that was angry with the Most High. Esau comes into the picture, y'all. I'm telling you, we look at Esau, how he married strange women of Canaan, how his descendants went into the clefts of the rock with Zepho, and they interacted with these Horite, cave-dwelling, ancient Neanderthal people and produced a white race of, I'm telling y'all, this is where the white, they say that we don't have no history and that we was baboons swinging around in trees. We ain't no mixed Neanderthal race. I can attest to that. If y'all do your 23andMe, at the very bottom, it tells you the percentage of the Neanderthal DNA that you have. To all of the Israelites watching, I can let you know it's gonna be less than 2%. This is less than 90% of the other users of 23andMe. Caucasian people. I'm telling you, all of this is verified. I know it's deep. Y'all stay with me. So now let's go to Genesis. In the book of Genesis, chapter 14, we're going to see Esau's descendants and how they ended up becoming one with these ancient spirits, these ancient fallen giant, fallen angel offsprings. Now in verse 5 of Genesis 14, it says, "And in the 14th year came Kedorlaomer, and the kings that were with him, and smote the Rephaims in Ashtoreth, Karnaim, and the Zuzzims in Ham, and the Emims in Shavath and Kiriathaim." Now, these are Canaanite dwelling places where you see these Rephaims. Let's go back to it. We see the Rephaims, the Zuzzims, and the Emims. These, if you look in a Strong's Concordance in the Hebrew, are cave dwelling, are ancient spirit, are fallen angel, are ogre type people. When you look in the concordance, you're like, where did these people come from? They came from Genesis chapter 6, or you can look in the book of Enoch with these giants. I mean, these mighty men that were half Herculean, that had supernatural power, that could phase through different stuff. A lot of this madness was going on in the ancient antiquity times, when the spiritual angels saw the daughters of men and had intercourse and relationship with them. Y'all, this stuff is crazy. And I know a lot of y'all are thinking about that virgin birth. I ain't gonna touch it now. I ain't gonna deal with it, but I'm gonna connect that if y'all want me to a little bit later. But let's just stick with this. So in Genesis 14, we see the Rephaims, we see the Zuzzims, and we see the Emims. Let's keep reading. "And the Horites in their Mount Seir unto Elpharan, which is by the wilderness." Now y'all, let's deal with that. So we see that the Horites were the original dwellers of Mount Seir. Now you read in Genesis 35, Genesis 36, how Esau later inhabited Mount Seir and dwelt in the clefts of these rocks. Now if you look at the Horites in a Hebrew concordance or in a Greek concordance, you will see that these Horites were an ancient Neanderthal race that we don't know where they came from. Now this gets deep, y'all. When you look at the beginning of time, that race that is tracked through Adam and Eve is that African, Ethiopian, Middle East, quote unquote, the Israelite lineage starting with Adam and Eve. Science tells you that in Ethiopia, going from East Africa to Northeast Africa, this was where the beginning of mankind took place in this modern era. Understand, there was an ancient race of people before the Adamic and Eve line. Now this gets deep, y'all. We see that there was a world before this, and this gets into a lot of these old Neanderthals. This is why science tries to say that, well, you know, the earth is a longer period of time than what we say. There are some elements of truth because there was some shiesty business going on before the Adamic line. Now Israel, we for sure go back to that Adamic line. We cannot say this with all Europeans. I'm just gonna give y'all the facts and let y'all do this research for yourself. So in Genesis 14, we see that the Horites were in Mount Seir, their Mount Seir, unto Elpharan, which is the wilderness. Now it says, and they returned and came to En-Meshbah, which is Kadesh, and smote all the country of the Amalekites and also the Amorites that dwelt in Hastamar. Now, what is this saying, family? These Horites, these Emims, these Zuzzims, all of these weird species of Neanderthal cave dwellers conquered Amalek. Woo! Amalek is the lineage of Esau. We see that Esau mixed with these people. He mixed with the ancient Amalekites, or he mixed with the ancient Horites and a lot of these cave dwellers when he inhabited Mount Seir in Genesis chapter 36. Let's look at that. So in Genesis chapter 36, in Genesis 36, we see, now these are the generations of Esau. Who is Edom? Esau took his wives of the daughters of Canaan. This gets into that Amalek stuff. These Canaanite, cave-dwelling ancient people. Ada, the daughter of Elon the Hittite. Aholibama, the daughter of Anna, the daughter of Zibeon the Hivite, right? Now, if you scroll down, you will see in verse 8 that it says, thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir. Y'all, Edom means red. Jacob calls Esau Edom when Esau gives up his birthright for a bowl of raw meat, a bowl of pottage. He said, give me some of that same red meat. What does that mean? Give me some of that red raw meat that looks red like the blood that shows through my skin. Y'all understand? In Genesis 25, we see that when Esau comes out, the Bible says he was red and hairy. He looks a lot like when he mixed in with those people, those Horite, those cave-dwelling people that originally inhabited Mount Seir. These were Horites, Emims, Zuzzims, these ancient fallen angel giant species that dwelt from North Canaan into Northern Europe. We also see that Esau's descendants through Zepho, I already told y'all, the grandson of Esau, also went out there. He went to Chittim and became one with the children of Chittim. This is where he subdued Tubal. He conquered King Angeas. We read about this in the book of Jasher. Y'all, this stuff is amazing, y'all. We read about this stuff where Zepho conquers that entire region and becomes one with Chittim. So you got Esau and Edomite descendants in Europe and in that ancient Canaanite, the Canaanites, the Amorites, the Amalekites, the Jebusites. We see Esau mixed with these Canaanite and these North Europe cave-dwelling people. This sets the stage for modern Europeans. I just got to give y'all the facts, right? They have a specific lineage that is said to be serpent seed that goes back to this event. Now that's a whole nother, we're going to deal with it in the series. Now let's continue, family. So we see in Genesis chapter 36 that thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. So family, now we've already set the stage. We talked about Genesis 1, the world that was. We talked about Genesis 6, the flood, piggybacking the book of Enoch. Then we're going to go into more detail about the fallen angels that came down, had in relationships with the earth women, created these giants, these men of renown. The flood comes to eradicate them for judgment that the Most High was bringing, right? And some of them try to cheat the system and have remnants of these giants that are sprinkled out between North Europe, the caves, the Caucasus Mountains, northern Canaan. A lot of these women and these men that Esau eventually has relationships with when he migrates to Mount Seir. Zepho also, his grandson, moves to that region. These ancient Amalekite, Canaanite, also Emim, Horite people were an ancient species, going back to the Neanderthals, going back to the fallen angels. Now, we're going to go to Numbers and we're going to see when our ancestors were going into the promised land that they had to deal with these people. Now, we're going to get to David in the next part, but let's just look at when we were going to the promised land, we had to deal with this ancient species. In Numbers chapter 13, beginning at verse 29, it says, the Amalekites dwelt in the land of the south. Now these Amalekites would have been Edomite mixed with these ancient cave-dwelling people. And the Hittites, and the Jebusites, and the Amorites dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea, the Phoenician port cities, and by the coast of Jordan. So you had these Canaanites and these cave-dwelling people that lived in the region of the promised land that our people were going to take over. Y'all look at this, verse 30. And Caleb quieted the people before Moses. He said, y'all calm down. And said, let us go up at once. Caleb wasn't scared, y'all. Y'all gotta hear me. Caleb at one point said, I'm 85. And I'm gonna tell you by a fact, the same drive that I got right now, I had when I was 45. Y'all gotta hear me. Caleb and Joshua were the spies that Moses sent along with the other 10 to spy out the land. This is prophetic going into the 12 apostles that went to spread the gospel everywhere and say, we're gonna have this earth. Israel gonna rule, world without end. Let's go. The Most High is gonna judge all these nations, and we got next. So just like you had the 12 apostles, you had the 12 spies that Moses sent, and they spied out the country. You saw Joshua and them, they said, shh, y'all, come on, come over here. And they went in there and they spied out Canaan. And they looked at the land and they said, man, it's a good land. They took some grapes and ate some of them, said, man, that's some good food, right? They said, we gonna get this land. This the land that we gonna kiss the ground. This our land. Let's go. This the Most Highest land. The land that he promised his people. Y'all, we gonna get back to Zion. I'm telling y'all. So we see Joshua and Caleb, they have a good rapport. And Caleb tells all the people, calm down, calm down. I know y'all done heard the stories. Y'all know about the Emims and the Zuzzims and the cave dwellers and the Horites. But we can take this land. And the people was like, no, we can't take that land. Those folks gonna kill us. We like grasshoppers. Let's keep reading. So Caleb said, y'all calm down. He stilled the people before Moses and said, let us go up at once and possess the promised land, for we are well able to overcome. Oh my goodness, Mark. Verse 31. But the men that went up with him said, we be not able to go up against those people. They are stronger than we are. They are an ancient spirit, an ancient race. And they brought up an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, the land, though we have gone to search it out, it is a land eaten up with inhabitants. There's too many people that live there. You know, they're not going to let us come in there. And all the people that we saw in it are men of great stature. And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants, and we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight. Y'all gotta hear the power of that statement. First, he says that we were like grasshoppers. Y'all know how small a grasshopper is? That means that our people, compared to these giants, they were like 9, 10, 12, 15 feet tall. Giant because they were mixed with the seed of the fallen angels. And our people were like, we can't go in there and fool with them. Well, they gonna kill us. We like grasshoppers, right? And the Bible says that they saw themselves as grasshoppers in the sight of these nations. Y'all got to hear what I'm saying. Elisha had to tell his armor bearer. He said, what you scared for? He said, well, don't you see all these chariots around us? He said, Father, Yahweh, open up this guy's eyes so he can see what's really going on. And he opened his eyes, and there were chariots. Y'all check out the chariots videos. Chariots of an angelic fleet, legions of on high, Sabaoth Yah, that was protecting Yah's people. But our people's mindset took an 11 days journey and turned it into 40 years. Y'all gotta hear what I'm saying. That's just like today, family. If we would believe it, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all, I know this is gonna be heavy. If we would believe it, we could go to that promised land tomorrow. But our minds won't let us. And I know this heavy. Back then, you had the same thing going on with Joshua and Caleb. And the children of Israel brought an evil report. They said, well, you know, we spied it out and we didn't find anything. And Joshua was like, look at all these grapes I got. Look at all these cucumbers and melon. And Caleb said, let's go possess it. We are well able. But they were afraid of this giant race. Now, we're going to see that even King Saul had to deal with these giants, and he was afraid. He didn't even want to mess with Goliath until David come. And when the Most High wanted Saul to kill Amalek, this European ancient cave-dwelling people, he was afraid to put King Agag to death. So Samuel says, since you're afraid, I'm gonna get a man that's braver than you are, and he gonna do all of the Most High's will. And David goes to war. Our forefather David goes to swing, swing, swing. He looks up, says, man, that's a giant. Goes up chopping heads off, because you gotta understand, David had been fighting those giants since he was a little boy. Since he was a little boy, he took the slingshot and knocked out Goliath. Goliath was the descendant of these giant people. So family, we gonna go into it on this series. I'm just teasing y'all, but we gotta go into the other stuff. We're about to announce the winners of the first round of the Sefer giveaway. Y'all, we're gonna be doing this stuff all the time, y'all. As soon as y'all kind of let me know what y'all want us to give out next, y'all keep us posted. Y'all want another Sefer giveaway, or you want the Cultural Roots Study Bible, or some of the Harvard literature, the Black Jews of Africa, the Cambridge literature, the Oxford literature about the Black Jews of Africa, whatever you guys want, we can do it for you guys. So now we're gonna announce, drum roll please, the first round winners are 3 winners of a brand new Sefer. I'm gonna get y'all information. I'm gonna send that to you guys, and I hope y'all enjoy it as much as I do. So we're gonna announce those things. I'm kind of weird. I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. So let me get the paper out. Let's go through it. So number 3, honorable mention, because it's 3 of y'all. Everybody gonna get one, all 3, but I'm gonna name the top 3 people and the number 1 person that was the first official pick of it. So number 3, Elder Stephen Valentine Sr. All praises be to the Most High Yah. Double honor and praise and glory to the Most High Yah, and double honor to the elder, Elder Stephen Valentine. You are one of the winners. Number 2, Two Fly Girl. All praises be to the Most High Yah for you, sister. I gotta tell y'all, when we're doing these giveaways, it's hundreds of comments that we're going through, y'all. But what does help is shout out to Two Fly Girl. Every couple of comments, I seen that sister. I'm telling you, like, even me and Shawnee D was like, who is this sister right here? We just keep seeing her. Relentless. I'm talking about every comment on every video. Subscribe, hashtag Sefer giveaway. And y'all, it just, because of her just consistency, we had to choose her, right? So we got Stephen Valentine Sr., Two Fly Girl, because that, I'm telling y'all can learn a lot from that sister. She was relentless and just commenting, that kind of thing. And our number 1 winner, Elijah Baker. All praises to the Most High Yah for you, brother. I'm gonna send that to you. I'm gonna reach out to y'all. Y'all comment on this video. Please comment. I'm gonna try to message y'all because a lot of y'all comment on other videos. Shout out to Two Fly Girl. I'll be able to find you guys, reach out. But if y'all can't comment on this video, I'm gonna get y'all's information. I'm gonna email y'all to get your shipping information, and I'm gonna send that expedited. I'm gonna expedite it straight to you. Also, I'm gonna talk a little bit, y'all. So now this is a copy of the Millennium Sefer, the brand new 2022 edition. Now this is the one that I always use, y'all. This is my old one. Y'all can see it's already tore up because your boy be going through that thing. And it's like a family Bible for me, family. I put all of our court records. When we changed our name officially to Ben Zion, I got that in there. Our marriage certificate, our baby social security numbers, anything of value is in that Sefer. I got my DNA results, 23andMe, my African ancestry that proves that I come from the Benai Ephraim of Yoruba, Nigeria. All of that is in my Sefer. So you can see that this one is a brand new one. I'm just kind of showing y'all the Sefer. The Millennium Edition has all the hidden apocryphal books. Got the book of Esdras in it, the book of Maccabees that goes into the Greco-Roman Empire, has the secret chapters of Esther in it, the secret chapter 29 that goes into Paul going to the Yaya Negro family of Spain. All of that is in here. The African diaspora of our people, it goes into detail on it. The names of the Most High. Y'all might hear me say Iye, Ashe, Iye. That's Yoruba. They took the Iye, Ashe, Iye that you might see in the Sefer, that is African derived. Now I'm gonna have to do a teaching on that, connecting the African Judaic presence that is more older than the modern Hebraic language, but that's a whole other thing. But all of that is talked about in the Sefer. The name of Yahusha, the ancient names, Kepha of Peter, Yahuchanan of John. This Sefer, I'm telling y'all. So this, I'm gonna be giving away to Elder Stephen Valentine, Two Fly Girl, and Elijah Baker. Also, if y'all in the next giveaway, we're gonna talk about it. If y'all want me to do the Sefer again, y'all comment. We're gonna do a poll also. Also, I have another Bible. Now y'all, I'm a connoisseur of these things, so y'all don't have to get all these things. I'm just showing you if y'all might be interested. We could do giveaways for it. The Cultural Roots Study Bible. Now in this Bible, family, it goes into Paul originally going to the diaspora of the Most High's people. The Sefer also talks about it. Paul was not going to heathen Gentiles, but the lost sheep of the tribes of Israel that we see Christ, Yahusha, doing in Matthew 15:24. This was Paul's mission. This was the mission of the 12 apostles, Peter, James, John, and that kind of thing. The Cultural Roots Study Bible allows us to understand the scriptures through a Judaic, Hebraic, Israelite, African perspective. When I say African, I'm not talking about Ham. I'm talking about the Israelites in Ham's borders, which is the majority of the continent. When you look at the Bantus, when you look at the Sub-Saharan Negroes, when you look at the Sephardic Moorish Israelites like the Yoruba and the Igbo, that this Bible breaks down that from that cultural element. It shows you that Yahushua's mission was to Israel, Paul's mission, and it gives you a lot of supplemental history. And it also tells you that the kingdom is when Israel is supposed to be exalted. I've showed y'all that clip where Israel is exalted and the Most High rules through the Messiah, world without end. And all of that goes into this book. So if y'all want that to be a part of the giveaway, if you want another Sefer, also my CE Bible. Oh, wait. If I do a giveaway on this Cultural Roots Study Bible, I can also get y'all's names engraved on it because I have the Ben Zion family engraved on this one under the slipcover, right? Now the Sefer, I don't know how that works with the leather. They didn't really give me an option for that. But also family, the Common English Study Bible. This breaks the language down using the King James, but in a simple way to read it. I'm telling y'all. It also has the 1611 Apocrypha included in it. And if y'all were interested in this for the giveaway, I can get your names engraved on this one as well. The Sefer is a little bit different. You probably could go through a third party to do that. I'm just not sure how to do that, but those Bible companies give you that option to be able to do that. So if y'all are interested in that, in any other literature that I go through, the 1611 Project, Black Jews of Africa and the Americas, the Harvard research, the Oxford Black Jews of Africa by Edith Bruder, so Tudor Parfit, anything that y'all are interested in, any kind of, the Vornay, I'm looking into that for you guys. Russian icons, they tried to remove this stuff, so I still haven't been able to find that. But anything y'all are interested in, we're going to do that poll. And I hope y'all enjoyed the Fallen Angel Synagogue of Satan series. This is part 1. I'm going to go deeper into David fighting against these species, and also the book of Enoch, showing you what they introduced to humanity. And also connecting that fallen angel, Horite, ancient Amalek people, linking them with Esau's descendants. We see Esau marry a lot of these strange women, and a lot of his descendants migrated to that Caucasus region. So y'all, I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I hope y'all enjoyed the giveaway. Y'all, if I named you out, Elder Valentine, Two Fly Girl, y'all comment down below and I'm gonna get in touch with y'all. So I love you all with the love of the Messiah. Peace, love, blessings, and Israelite power to the kings of this earth, the gods of this earth. Yes! World without end, all my Israelite kings and queens. We could not do this without y'all. 12 tribes, one nation. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. Peace, love, and blessings. Shalom. All praises to the Most High. Let's go.